Anticipated 50% disruption in e-commerce education and telecommunications by Q4 2025, analyzing global competitive dynamics. Introduction. As we approach the latter part of 2025, a significant transformation is anticipated across major sectors including e-commerce education and telecommunications. This disruption, projected at around 50%, is largely attributed to technological advancements, evolving consumer behavior, and economic pressures. The following report delves into the dynamics shaping these sectors, the challenges they face, and the opportunities that may arise from this impending disruption. E-commerce transformation. Market dynamics and opportunities. E-commerce is expected to experience a notable shift as businesses pivot towards emerging markets, particularly in Central and Eastern Europe. Countries such as the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Romania are becoming focal points for companies seeking growth opportunities amidst economic challenges in Western Europe. Source 1. Simultaneously, Italy and Spain are emerging as stable markets, offering less competition and potential for steady growth. AI influence. Artificial intelligence (AI) is set to play a pivotal role in redefining personalization within e-commerce. Companies are transitioning from experimental AI applications to practical implementations that enhance customer engagement and drive sales. AI algorithms will enable businesses to tailor their offerings to individual consumer preferences, ultimately fostering loyalty and improving profitability. Source 1. Marketplace evolution. The landscape of e-commerce marketplaces is evolving, with mid-sized companies increasingly leveraging specialized platforms to compete against larger entities like Amazon. This trend towards niche marketplaces allows for more targeted offerings and caters to specific consumer needs. Source 1. As competition intensifies, companies are expected to invest in creating unique platforms that can stand out in a saturated market. Dynamic pricing and fulfillment challenges. The complexities of multi-channel sales are prompting companies to revise their pricing strategies, ensuring they remain competitive across various platforms. This necessity is coupled with the challenge of fulfilling orders from diverse sources, leading to increased investments in advanced order management systems. These systems are crucial for optimizing logistics and enhancing customer satisfaction. Source 1. Sustainability and consumer behavior. A growing awareness of ecological issues among consumers is influencing purchasing decisions. Retailers are increasingly prioritizing sustainability, aligning their operations with environmental, social, and governance (ESG) principles. This shift is particularly pronounced among younger consumers, who are more likely to support brands that demonstrate environmental responsibility. Source 1. Education sector impacts. While the specifics of educational disruptions were not extensively covered, similar transformative trends are expected in this sector. The rise of educational technology (EdTech) is anticipated to mirror the e-commerce sector's focus on AI and data analytics to enhance learning experiences and operational efficiencies. Adoption of EdTech. Educational institutions are likely to increase their reliance on technology, incorporating AI-driven tools to personalize learning and improve administrative processes. This digital transformation is essential for adapting to new educational paradigms and enhancing student engagement. Source 1. Telecommunications sector impacts. The telecommunications industry will also face pressures to innovate and optimize service delivery in response to rising demand for high-speed internet and connectivity. Telecommunications infrastructure. As consumer dependence on digital communication continues to grow, telecommunications providers will need to enhance their infrastructure, focusing on service optimization and cybersecurity to protect user data. The anticipated disruption will necessitate innovative solutions to stay competitive in a fast-evolving landscape. Source 1. Timeline and future outlook. The timeline for these anticipated disruptions unfolds as follows. 2024, economic challenges emerge, prompting businesses to reassess their strategies in light of changing market dynamics. Mid-2025, e-commerce competition intensifies, leading businesses to focus on operational efficiency and cost reduction. Q4 2025, significant disruptions are expected, driving a collective shift towards sustainable practices, AI-driven personalization, and innovative fulfillment strategies across e-commerce, education, and telecommunications. Conclusion. The approach towards Q4 2025 indicates a convergence of technological advancements, sustainability initiatives, and evolving consumer preferences that will fundamentally reshape the future of e-commerce, education, and telecommunications. Businesses that effectively adapt to these changes will likely emerge as industry leaders. The emphasis on operational efficiency, market exploration, and sustainable practices will be crucial for navigating upcoming challenges and seizing new opportunities. References. Source 1: E-commerce Trends 2025, A Year of Challenges, Opportunities, and Optimization. www.univio.com/blog/e-commerce Trends 2025, A Year of Challenges, Opportunities, and Optimization. Counterintuitive information in the anticipated 50% disruption in e-commerce, education, and telecommunications. 1. Emerging markets as growth drivers. While many businesses in Western Europe are facing economic challenges, the counterintuitive insight is the shift of focus towards emerging markets in Central and Eastern Europe. This suggests that instead of doubling down on saturated markets, companies are seeking growth in regions that were previously undervalued or overlooked. This could lead to a significant redistribution of market power and consumer attention to these growing economies, which may not have been considered viable options before. 2. AI implementation versus experimentation. Another surprising aspect is the transition from merely experimenting with AI to practical, impactful implementations. Historically, many businesses have hesitated to invest heavily in AI due to uncertainty around its effectiveness. The expectation that 2025 will see a more strategic application of AI to enhance personalization and operational efficiency indicates a maturation of businesses in their understanding and use of AI technologies. This challenges the previous notion that AI is mainly a futuristic concept rather than a current necessity for competitive advantage. 3. Marketplace evolution among mid-sized companies. The rise of specialized marketplaces, particularly by mid-sized companies competing against giants like Amazon, is a counterintuitive trend. Traditionally, it was assumed that only big players could dominate e-commerce due to resources and scale advantages. However, the increasing viability of niche marketplaces indicates that smaller firms can carve out significant market share by focusing on specific consumer needs, thus altering the competitive dynamics of the industry. 4. Dynamic pricing strategy. The emphasis on dynamic pricing as a key competitive advantage in a multi-channel environment is another surprising insight. While pricing strategies have always been crucial in retail, the complexity of maintaining flexible yet consistent pricing across various platforms represents a significant shift in operational strategy. Companies are being forced to innovate their pricing models in response to real-time market conditions, which challenges the traditional static pricing models that many retailers have relied on. 5. Sustainability as a business imperative. The notion that sustainability is not just a trend but a core expectation from consumers, especially younger generations, can be counterintuitive. Many businesses may have viewed sustainability as an optional marketing angle rather than a critical operational principle. The growing consumer boycott of brands not aligning with ecological values suggests that neglecting sustainability can lead to significant market share losses, which flips the script on traditional business priorities. 6. Cybersecurity as a competitive element. The increasing focus on cybersecurity as a strategic priority rather than a mere compliance necessity is another surprising insight. Many companies have historically treated cybersecurity as a cost center, but the expectation that investments in security will become foundational to trust and operational continuity highlights a shift toward viewing cybersecurity as a competitive differentiator in e-commerce. 7. Fast commerce giants facing decline. The idea that fast commerce giants could see a decline due to rising local brand support and regulatory actions is counterintuitive. Fast commerce has been perceived as an unstoppable force in the industry. But growing consumer preference for local brands that align with sustainability and transparency could disrupt this model. This challenges the prevailing assumption that speed and convenience would always trump local authenticity and ethical considerations. 8. Re-commerce growth. The rise of re-commerce, particularly among major brands, contradicts the traditional belief that new products would always dominate consumer preferences. The interest in second-hand markets and the acceptance of pre-owned categories by established brands suggest a significant shift in consumer behavior towards valuing sustainability and uniqueness over the acquisition of new goods. 9. E-grocery market expansion. The anticipated growth of online grocery shopping in Poland, despite its current low penetration compared to other European countries, presents a counterintuitive trend. Many may assume that grocery shopping is a domain that is resistant to online transformation due to perishability and logistical challenges. However, the investment in innovative solutions like autonomous stores implies that e-grocery is poised for rapid growth, altering the landscape of traditional grocery retailing. 10. Generative AI's role in marketing. The increasing reliance on generative AI tools for product discovery and marketing reflects a shift towards more sophisticated consumer engagement strategies. Traditional methods of marketing and customer engagement are being challenged by this new technology, suggesting that businesses must adapt to a landscape where AI significantly alters how consumers discover and interact with products and brands. Conclusion. The anticipated disruptions across e-commerce education and telecommunications by Q4 2025 reveal several counterintuitive insights that challenge conventional wisdom about market dynamics, consumer behavior, and the role of technology. As businesses prepare for these changes, recognizing and adapting to these unexpected trends will be crucial for maintaining competitiveness and seizing new opportunities. Important overlooked content and its significance. 1. The shift to emerging markets. Many reports emphasize the growth of e-commerce in established markets while overlooking the strategic pivot towards emerging markets in Central and Eastern Europe. Companies are increasingly focusing on regions like the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Romania due to their less saturated environments and growth potential. This shift is significant because it underscores a broader trend of market diversification that could reshape global economic dynamics. Companies that recognize and act on this trend may gain substantial first-mover advantages, opening up new revenue streams while competitors remain locked in saturated markets. 2. The role of AI beyond personalization. While AI's ability to enhance personalization in e-commerce is frequently highlighted, its broader implications for operational efficiency are often overlooked. Companies are expected to implement AI tools not just for tailored marketing but also for optimizing supply chains and logistics, which can drastically reduce costs and improve customer satisfaction. This dual application of AI, enhancing both customer experience and operational efficiency, could become a decisive factor in determining which companies thrive or falter in the evolving landscape. 3. Marketplace evolution and micromonopolies. The report discusses the rise of specialized marketplaces but does not delve deeply into the implications of micromonopolies that are forming in the e-commerce space. For instance, companies like Allegro in Poland and Amazon in the US are controlling significant market shares, which could stifle competition and innovation. Understanding the effects of these micromonopolies is crucial, as they can lead to market stagnation, potentially harming consumers in the long run. The ability of smaller players to carve out niches against these giants will depend on their ability to innovate and adapt quickly. 4. Dynamic pricing as a competitive edge. Dynamic pricing strategies are becoming essential for businesses engaged in omnichannel sales, yet the complexity and nuances of implementing effective dynamic pricing models are often glossed over. The ability to respond quickly to market changes through pricing can provide significant competitive advantages. Companies that fail to master this aspect may struggle to maintain profitability in a landscape marked by intense competition. The significance of this strategy lies in its potential to optimize margins and adapt to consumer behavior in real time. 5. Sustainability and consumer behavior. The increasing consumer ecological awareness is mentioned, but its implications for long-term business strategy are often underestimated. Companies that prioritize sustainability and align their practices with the growing demand for eco-friendly products will likely see not only improved brand loyalty but also a potential edge in attracting new customers. This trend is particularly pronounced among younger consumers such as Generation Z, who are more likely to boycott brands that do not demonstrate a commitment to sustainability. Therefore, integrating sustainability into core business strategies is not merely a trend but a crucial factor for survival in the marketplace. 6. The importance of cybersecurity. As e-commerce expands and the reliance on digital platforms increases, the significance of cybersecurity cannot be overstated. Yet, discussions on technological advancements often neglect the fundamental requirement of robust security measures. Companies must invest in cybersecurity not just for compliance purposes but to build consumer trust and ensure operational continuity. The potential costs of a data breach can far exceed the investments made in preventive measures, making cybersecurity a strategic priority rather than a reactive afterthought. 7. The rise of e-grocery and its challenges. The growth of the online grocery sector is highlighted, but the logistical challenges it faces are often understated. As consumer demand for convenience increases, the ability to efficiently manage supply chains and delivery logistics becomes paramount. Companies that can innovate in this area may capture a significant share of the market, particularly in regions where this segment is still developing. The anticipated growth from 1.4% to 2.7% in online grocery sales in Poland illustrates a burgeoning market ripe for disruption. But the operational hurdles remain a critical focus area that could determine success. 8. Re-commerce and the circular economy. While the report mentions the growth of re-commerce, the broader implications of this trend for sustainability and consumer behavior are frequently overlooked. The shift towards second-hand goods reflects a growing awareness of environmental issues and the circular economy. Companies that engage in this space not only contribute to sustainability but also tap into a market that values uniqueness and eco-friendliness. This trend could reshape traditional retail paradigms, compelling brands to rethink their product life cycles and engage directly with consumers in new ways. 9. Local versus global brands. The report indicates a rising preference for local brands over global fast commerce giants, particularly in Poland. This trend underscores a significant shift in consumer sentiment towards supporting local economies and sustainable practices. However, the strategic implications for multinational corporations are often missed. Companies that fail to adapt to this shift may face backlash and declining market share. Understanding the nuances of local consumer preferences could be pivotal for global brands aiming to maintain relevance in increasingly localized markets. Conclusion. The anticipated disruptions across e-commerce education and telecommunications by Q4 2025 present both challenges and opportunities that are often simplified or overlooked. The emphasis on emerging markets, AI applications, dynamic pricing, sustainability, cybersecurity, and local preferences encapsulates a complex and evolving landscape that requires nuanced understanding and strategic foresight. Companies that recognize these critical elements and adapt proactively will be better positioned to navigate the impending changes and emerge as leaders in their respective sectors. 1. E-commerce market dynamics and emerging opportunities. As businesses face economic pressures, they are increasingly shifting their focus to emerging markets in Central and Eastern Europe, as well as adjusting strategies in more stable markets like Italy and Spain. This trend underscores the importance of exploring less saturated markets, indicating a significant strategic pivot that could redefine competitive dynamics in the e-commerce sector. 2. AI-driven personalization. the increasing role of artificial intelligence (AI) in e-commerce, particularly in personalizing customer experiences, marks a major shift from experimental use to practical applications. Companies are harnessing AI to analyze consumer data and tailor offerings, thereby enhancing customer loyalty and driving sales. This transition reflects a broader trend towards data-driven decision-making in the sector. 3. Sustainability and consumer behavior. The growing ecological awareness among consumers is reshaping purchasing decisions with a notable emphasis on sustainability. Retailers are aligning their operations with environmental, social, and governance (ESG) principles to meet the expectations of increasingly conscientious consumers, particularly among younger demographics. This shift indicates that sustainability is becoming integral to business strategies rather than just a branding issue. 4. Challenges in fulfillment and dynamic pricing. The complexity of fulfilling orders across multiple sales channels is increasing, prompting investments in advanced order management systems to optimize logistics and enhance customer satisfaction. Additionally, the need for dynamic pricing strategies is highlighted as a key competitive advantage in an omni-channel sales environment, emphasizing the importance of flexibility and precision in pricing to respond to market demands effectively. 1. The Industrial Revolution. 18th to 19th century. The Industrial Revolution marked a significant turning point in history, characterized by the transition from agrarian economies to industrialized and urban ones. It brought about profound changes in manufacturing processes, transportation, and communication. Innovations such as the steam engine, spinning jenny, and power loom revolutionized production methods, leading to increased output and efficiency. This period also saw the rise of factory systems, which disrupted traditional craft-based economies, leading to urbanization and changes in labor dynamics. The effects of this revolution were far-reaching, influencing social structures, economies, and the environment, and setting the stage for modern capitalism. 2. The dot-com bubble. Late 1990s, early 2000s. The dot-com bubble was a period of excessive speculation in the late 1990s, driven by the rise of the internet and the proliferation of online businesses. Many companies went public with inflated valuations based on the promise of digital business models, leading to a stock market bubble. When the bubble burst in 2000, it resulted in significant losses for investors and the closure of numerous startups. However, this disruption led to a more cautious and strategic approach to technology investments, paving the way for the subsequent growth of more sustainable digital companies and establishing the foundation for the modern e-commerce landscape. 3. The COVID-19 pandemic. 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic forced a rapid shift in various sectors, notably e-commerce, education, and telecommunications. Lockdowns and social distancing measures accelerated the adoption of online shopping as consumers turned to e-commerce for essential goods. In education, schools and universities transitioned to remote learning, leading to significant advancements in educational technology (edtech). Similarly, telecommunications faced unprecedented demand for connectivity, driving innovations in remote work solutions and digital communication platforms. This disruption highlighted the importance of digital infrastructure and adaptability, reshaping consumer behaviors and business strategies across numerous industries. Future outlook. Anticipated 50% disruption in e-commerce, education, and telecommunications by Q4 2025. As we approach the end of 2025, the landscape of e-commerce, education, and telecommunications is poised for significant transformation, driven by advancements in technology and evolving consumer expectations. This analysis outlines the anticipated disruptions and competitive dynamics expected to shape these sectors. E-commerce landscape. 1. Emerging market focus. Economic pressures in established markets, particularly in Western Europe, are prompting companies to pivot towards Central and Eastern Europe, where growth potential remains strong. Countries like the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Romania are becoming attractive for investment as e-commerce remains less saturated compared to Western counterparts. Conversely, regions like Italy and Spain are also gaining traction due to their stable growth prospects. Source 1. 2. AI-driven personalization. the integration of artificial intelligence will redefine customer engagement in e-commerce. Businesses will increasingly utilize AI to analyze consumer data, allowing for hyper-personalized offers that enhance customer loyalty. This transition marks a shift from theoretical AI applications to actionable insights that drive sales and customer satisfaction. Source 1. 3. Specialized marketplaces. The rise of niche marketplaces will disrupt traditional e-commerce models dominated by giants like Amazon. Mid-sized companies will capitalize on this trend by launching specialized platforms that cater to specific customer needs, increasing their competitiveness without directly competing with larger players. Source 1. For dynamic pricing strategies, companies will need to adapt their pricing strategies in response to intense competition and diverse sales channels. The complexity of fulfilling orders from multiple sources will necessitate investments in advanced order management systems to streamline logistics and enhance customer satisfaction. Source 1. 5. Sustainability trends. Consumer demand for sustainable practices will influence purchasing decisions significantly. Retailers are expected to align their operations with environmental, social, and governance (ESG) principles, particularly to attract younger consumers who prioritize ecological awareness. Source 1. Education sector dynamics. 1. Increased edtech adoption. The education sector will experience a surge in technology adoption paralleling trends in e-commerce. Institutions will leverage technology to enhance learning experiences and operational efficiencies, integrating AI and data analytics into their curricula and administrative processes. 2. Online learning platforms. The demand for flexible and accessible education options will continue to rise, leading to the growth of online learning platforms. The competition among these platforms will drive innovation and improve the quality of educational offerings. Telecommunications evolution. 1. Infrastructure optimization. The telecommunications sector will face increasing pressure to enhance infrastructure as demand for high-speed internet and connectivity grows. Companies will need to innovate and invest in robust cybersecurity measures to protect customer data and maintain service reliability. 2. 5G and beyond. The rollout of 5G technology will revolutionize telecommunications, enabling faster data transmission and new applications, including smart cities and IoT Internet of Things solutions. This evolution will facilitate greater connectivity and open new avenues for growth. Timeline and predictions. 2024, economic pressures will compel businesses to reassess strategies focusing on cost optimization and efficiency improvements. Mid-2025, e-commerce competition will intensify with a growing emphasis on operational efficiency, dynamic pricing, and sustainable practices. Q4 2025, significant disruptions across e-commerce education and telecommunications will drive a shift towards AI-driven personalization, innovative fulfillment strategies, and a stronger commitment to sustainability. Conclusion. The anticipated disruptions by Q4 2025 will compel businesses to adapt to a rapidly changing landscape characterized by technological advancements, evolving consumer preferences, and a heightened focus on sustainability. Companies that successfully navigate these challenges and leverage new opportunities will emerge as leaders in their respective sectors. The future will demand operational efficiency, strategic market exploration, and a commitment to sustainable practices as key drivers of success.